always loved working for myself. I never liked working for anybody. And I've been doing that the past 8 years. I've been getting paycheck just by what I do. That's all. So just to give you a little history about the kind of companies that I dealt with. We started with Ilm Nafi', which we started 2006, and which finished in 2010 when I went to India to further my IT knowledge. Then when I came back, I opened another company called Fix My PC in Portland, Maine, and another one called Iqra Tech, which finally became ASIT, American School of Information Technology. I do have other companies like Somali Yellow Pages, Daya Web, partner with Muhammad, Daya Tech, and many other companies. But here is what I wanted to talk about. To be a successful businessman or woman, young man or woman in this country, you need commitment. You're going to receive a lot of challenges. You have to be like a rock. Nobody should be able to move you. People will make fun of you. They'll say, how do you live? How do you pay rent? Getting $5, $10, $20 from this thing. You have to survive. I remember days and nights eating $3 noodles. $1, 3 noodles. Sometimes. I used to eat that just to survive. But alhamdulillah, today, the success is so great that 2015, inshallah, we're going to have a branch in Hyderabad, India, and we're going to have another branch somewhere in the US. So another thing, alhamdulillah, we work with Alexandria City, with JobLink. We're able to help young people, old, anyone to teach technology and IT. We do help all ages, especially the youth. We open up their eyes and show them that they can become IT. That this IT field is not only for Indians, my people, it's also for my people, Somali people, right? Okay? It's for everyone. So I want to show them that taxi driving and limo and these other jobs, nothing's wrong with them, but they can get better job. And I'll give you a quick story about, and to encourage you guys also. 2005 is when I really started going into the field, IT. And 2008 is when I was really decided. I decided, it was 2008 when I get one of my first jobs with SAP, the largest database company in the world from Germany, in Washington Convention Center, I remember. So I was working 8 hours a day for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Then I realized this was a joke. I do like a small job for like 1 hour or something, and for like 7 hours we just sit down, we laugh, we go outside. We're on break like for 7 hours. I'm like, what is this? Am I working or what? And then I'm like, oh, I love this. That's when I really started to love this IT field. And what I did, I combined, like Muhammad said, do what you love and love what you do. I love IT, I love business, I combined together. So that's what I did. And now I want to just give you a quick thing of what ASIT does as a company. Our corporate office, our main location is right here in Fallers Church. You can visit us. It's right by what they call the Somali Mall. I try to be close to the Somali community, even though it's for everyone. Everyone is welcome. So alhamdulillah, we are there. We teach all kind of levels, like I said. We teach our mothers and fathers, those who are not great with technical things. We help them learn about Facebook, about emails. Now they're friends with their children who make fun of them sometimes. They're friends with them. They're adding as a friend. They know what they do and so on. Alhamdulillah, by the time they graduate, we eat du'a. They're like, oh, thank you. Allah bless you. You know? Alhamdulillah. And the good news now is we're hiring, again 2015, a sister to teach those other sisters so that way they even feel more comfortable. Inshallah ta'ala. So again, if you want to keep in touch with us, www.americanschoolofit.com. Everyone is welcome. Again, certification is starting from A+, Network+, CCNA, Voice, Web Design, Web Development, and many more. Okay, we do teach. We have teachers from India that are doing online with us. And again, everyone is welcome. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Now we have an introduction of the USAID. We have Barlene and Margot who joined us today who are going to be speaking. Barlene is actually the program coordinator with the Center for International Disaster Information at the U.S. Agency for International Development in Washington, D.C. She's worked with the public and private organizations that manage humanitarian and refugee assistance around the world. During the Somali crisis in the early 1990s, Ms. Ali played a major role in disaster management and received commendation from the U.S. Military European Task Force. Ms. Ali enjoys volunteering and has served as a chairwoman of the University of Southern Somalia. She's an accomplished cook and author who teaches at the Culinary Cooking School in Vienna. And Margot as well. Margot is the USAID Center for International Disaster Information Program Assistant. She's experienced coordinating human trafficking awareness campaigns and shareholder advocacy in social and environmental issues. Currently, she's assisting CID's Volunteer and Outreach Coordinator. She's a 2013 graduate from Notre Dame and a Virginia native.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't know whether should I speak Somali or... Okay, how about if we mix? Yeah, and you understand and you can talk to your neighbor if you don't understand. I'm so happy to see all these new faces and young and enthusiastic and you guys wanted to do. And all the lectures, all the talking, it seems like they're talking to me. All of them, our brothers, what they say, the identity crisis. I travel a lot in the United States and sometimes we go outside. So there's this story. I traveled with, today I'm here with Margot and Lauren Chapman. I traveled with Lauren. Lauren, she born and raised 4 or 5 generations in Washington, D.C. So we went together, the last travel, to, remind me, Arizona. We were talking about Ebola, the West Africa. And we wanted this community, so we entered there and they greet us and they said immediately, "Are you from West Africa?" Before they say West Africa, they just start talking to us French, and we looked at each other. And she didn't speak, and I don't speak French. So the lady, she just asked, and we just said, "Thank you." That's all we said, because that's all I could say, "Thank you." I didn't know even what she said. And then again, another guy came and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Centerville." That's what I say all the time. "Where are you from?" "I'm from Centerville." And he asked, he said, "Are you from West Africa? Are you from..." "No." She said, "Are you from Ghana?" "No." "Are you from Syria?" "No." She keeps saying no. And I said, "You just say yes." You know, and she's saying, "I am from Washington, D.C." So asking with all this, "Where are you from?" it will never end, whether you're born here or whether you come here. So we have to accept it. We'll just say, as he said, my brother, "I'm from New York, from Bronx, just continue. But how many people knows USAID tonight too? And how many people who knows Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance, OFDA? Wow, I like that. So we are, Lauren, and Margot, we are from Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance. And then part of that, we are Center for International Disaster Assistance. There's always a disaster in the world, and that is when we react. If there's no disaster, we do a lot of research. We travel, we do a lot of outreach, we talk to the people, we talk specifically to diaspora groups, because we are international. So what do we tell people, since our department is International Disaster Information, we give the diaspora group how can they help their country of origin. Disaster will happen immediately. People who will answer is the diaspora. It's just somebody like you and I. if Somalia now something happened, which is these days is happening all the time, it's there. We are the one who will, if there's a drought, we are the one who's going to collect. But CIDI itself, this is specifically what we do. We outreach the diaspora group and we tell them in time of a disaster, please make sure the donations that you are going to take, the other end where you are sending, it's okay, that they want, that this is what they will just say, yes, we approve it, we want. Just don't send what you like, send what they want. That's how it works. In Afghanistan, when it started the war, there was a lot of food that it went from here to there. So there is an organization contacted us, and they said they have about 20,000 pallets, I think. That's the first time I learned how. It's a big, huge boxes that inside there's a soup. But that soup, so they call our office and they say, this is what we want. What we do is we make a match, we find an organization who's going to take that food and distribute. So we said, okay, we will find an organization who's going to take this soup. We asked, we said, this country, they are Muslim, very strict, it's you to ask the question. So we made the connection, shoes went there. 3 weeks, we get a phone call, they say, what kind of shoes was that you sent guys that you make us this arrangement? They were shoes. I mean, how do I know? I was the person who, I've never seen somebody when they die that they put shoes. Our people, when they die, you just put the white material and you put in the ground. These shoes, they were burial shoes, that's what they call. They, distribute it, people, they take it, people, they keep coming back again and they say, these shoes, they're falling apart. They are burial shoes. So make sure that you ask questions. If somebody from pharmaceuticals contact you, they say we're going to give you medication, ask them, what's the shelf life? There's so much Somali people, they are doctors, consult them, they are doctors. Ask the list of the medication. Are all these medications, are they the right grams, the right content? Do they have the strength? Or they are only medication that they don't have the strength? So ask the questions, whatever you get, if it's medication, go back to your doctors, give them the list. Don't say no, say very nice, thank you so much, we have to consult our doctors. Give the list to your doctors, this is what medication we are getting. Ask them, do this medication, if we transport, do we need cooler? Who's going to pay the transportation? If you really negotiate with them, you will get the money, even the transportation. So I'm going to stop with that, the international disaster donations. How many people has an NGO sitting tonight here? NGO? Only one person. How many people want to start NGO? All right. So when I travel and I go state to state and I talk to the diaspora group, they are not registered. They are registered. And in 501c3 fine, they have done this what they call, which is fine, all that. But if you wanted to get grants from USAID, if you want to get part of or partner with USAID, papers that you have, look at the paper that it says on top of the first one, that it says USAID grant and fundraising PDO. So if you go with that website, training on how to work with USAID, it has a lot of information. PDO guidelines. So number one, most of the time where the NGOs belongs to the diaspora groups, where they fail is they don't like it auditing. You have to be audited. So register yourself under USAID. All it says is just the only thing that they ask you is the audit. The other things already you have it. So the audit, it might cost $2,000, $3,000. A lot of people, when I talk, this is what they say, oh, the audit costs $3,000, $4,000. Who's going to trust you $4 million if you can't pay $3,000? It's a little bit, that is what I get. Whenever I see them and I say, guys, okay, oh, you guys have all these NGOs, why don't you do an umbrella? Why don't you just come up one? Right now in Virginia, there's a whole bunch of NGOs, and each one is somebody's apartment address or their house address. Fine, it's okay. But come up with one good thing, and then share it when the RFP comes out, the proposal writing, and do it in one. You know, there is an African proverb that it says, I love this, I really love this. It says, if you want to go quick, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. What do you think? I mean, if you guys do it in one group for one thing, you're going to do it very good. Because always AID, all these proposals, every time they come, when there is a disaster, sometimes you even don't need to write a proposal. Grants are there. So you didn't get it. Let's say, for example, a huge international relief organization get the proposal, the money, they get the money. But they don't know the country. They don't know the language. They don't know the culture. They don't know the religion. You are the one who knows all that. So that is what you are after. You're going to start a baby step, and that is how you get in there. So if all your papers, AID, they wanted to see when the fund is stopped, can you go by yourself? Who is the other donor who's doing? You have to show that. Not only, let's do fundraising, let's build a school one time, let's do an NGO. It doesn't work that way. We have a lot of resources. Send us an email, we can answer. If I can't answer, I have the best, most wonderful boss that you don't want. If you see her, you don't want to go anywhere else. I love my job, just the guy what he said, I love my job. That is who. So we can we can answer any question you ask us. If we can't answer, we will find out somebody else. Contact us. I'm going to give Margot, who's going to talk about internship. There's a lot of internship in USAID. You guys young, you might need that. Even there's paid, there's unpaid. Laura is here with us. She's our, prince for all, media, tweets and Facebook and you just name it. So please contact us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Barlin. Barlin is like my mom. She knows that on the first day I said I don't like public speaking. She's okay, you're gonna say something really quick. So I'll be very fast. CIBI, we're like an information hub and resource, and we're really trying to have a vast diaspora network and partnerships. And so some of the things on our website, we have 100 ways in which you can fundraise, and we also have 50 ways in which you can repurpose goods, like used clothing and canned drives and such. So I would encourage you, if you want to be raising funds, to take a look at the resources that we have. And then second, about student internships, it was mentioned before, we are at the nation's capital, and you are leaders and future leaders. And so the other day, we had a diaspora event at OFTA where one of the directors, or I don't know where exactly he falls in the organization, but he's Thai diaspora, and he was essentially saying that USAID and the Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance wants more diaspora youth in the organization, and they want more people to be getting involved and being a part of the decision making in the capital. So I highly encourage you to take a look at the student internships that paper that we handed out that's involved or that has either paid or unpaid internships. And then second, right now there's a lot of hiring going on within Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance because there's so much that's going on, and they're very understaffed. So if you're looking for work, I would highly encourage you to apply or check that out if you're interested in either development or disaster relief and recovery. So thank you so much.
And these opportunities are exactly what you all should, be aware of and be looking for, because internships are extremely important. I myself have found that out from college, but I mean, it's not only a great resume builder, but you just build networks and connections, which will get you very far. And I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody can attest to this. Education is not only in the classroom. Education goes way past that. I mean, you will not be successful if you just study and just, study and that's it. Like, you need to build connections, build networks, and apply to, internships like this so you can get out and, see what's going on.